So what do you think is going to happen, man? I mean, what's your prediction?
So I think this bull run, brother, is much more it's not just, you know, like a flow of capital coming in the market. I think it's much more a well-directed capital, because it's no more like just hype, you know, and whatever, you know, people talking about it. It's much more a utility bull run. Like it's like money flowing into the right projects and not just Bitcoin or ETH, because, you know, the protocols are changing, the rules also about energy, you know, criteria about energy. So the mining is going to be for sure, you know, blocked a little bit. They're going to be regulations about that. So I think it's going to be different, but it's going to go heavy. Okay.
And in what ways do you think it's going to be different? Like what are you talking about when you say that?
So what I mean, it's because last bull run was much more about just, you know, BTC, ETH, and of course some coins here and there, but people were much more, and also the market was like less trained, less coached. Like it was just, you know, as I said before, a flow of capital going into the market and people buying BTC. But now I think it's much more directed, because it's like now we see the real utility of the blockchain. Like, what is the projects? What are the projects that are really useful for the marketplace? Because money is just gonna go in that direction and no more into hype and everything. So yeah, for example, there are the ESG criteria. So environment, social, and governance criteria in the crypto space, which now is like, what, for example, how much one blockchain is environment friendly. So how much producing BTC is, you know, pro the carbonic, you know, the carbo producing whatever. Yeah, it's smarter now. Like, I think the bull run, of course, is coming and everything is gonna go up in general, but I don't think we're gonna see like a stupid moves. I think we're gonna see people who know they're gonna profit a lot. People who just are waiting for BTC to go up, whatever, they're not gonna profit that much anymore.
Gotcha. So BTC is not going to be BTC is going to kind of run like maybe a gold or something like that, maybe like a slow mover over time, and then you're going to see these smaller projects explode a little bit faster. Is that kind of what you're saying?
That's what I believe.
Okay.
Because there's so many projects for real that are really useful. So, you know, for example, you know, BTC has no protected data. Everyone can see who transfers money to who.
Correct.
You can, you know, correct.
Which was supposed to be the whole goal, right? I mean, in the beginning, that was supposed to be the whole goal, is transparency.
Exactly. So you like, we can all see those anarchic side of the world saying, we love cryptocurrency because, you know, we're breaking free of all the governance, you know, about governs, you know, whatever, the states. But actually, first of all, that's impossible in general, you know, because come on, let's be real. First of all, nothing works if it's not controlled. Anarchy does not work. So it's just a utopia, you know, it's something people eager to, but at the end of the day, it's not possible. Second thing, it's not allowed. Like, of course, you know, like governments don't want free money going here and there, money laundering and all those things. So regulatory processes are in place, of course, and I think in very little time everything is going to come up the surface. And also companies, if we really think, as the crypto people say, that the crypto space is going to go, you know, broad and everyone is going to adopt it because it's the future, blah blah. So how can we think that companies want to adopt blockchain to transfer money to each other if everyone can see all transactions? Would you ever do that if you had a company? I wouldn't.
Right.
I would want to keep my
so it's just what's happening right now is we're transitioning into an age of cryptocurrency is going mainstream. That's basically what's happening right now.
And as it's going mainstream, so majority of people are not gonna profit.
Right.
Because if it would be too strange. Everyone going wide, the market, and then everyone profits. Nah.
Right.
It's always the opposite. If it's going well, less people profit.
Right.
Back then it was much more, narrow the space, because you had to believe in something that still was back then unsafe and unsure. And that's why everyone who did that profited, let's say. Now it's going wider, but much more strategic, let's say. And also, yeah, as I said before, like the blockchain technology is going to be adopted, and for example, the BTC blockchain, it's open, so everyone can see, and that's why it's not going to go up as people think. And I think that blockchains that have a hybrid system, so for example, there are private and public together. So if you want, I can show my transactions, because maybe I want that people see, but if I don't want, there's a private side, so I can transfer my money from my company to your company and nobody sees that. So yeah, that's all. That's a big topic nobody talks about. Everyone just hypes it up, crypto.
Right. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's still, there's no question this is getting adopted. I mean, especially when we find out that BlackRock has a major stake in cryptocurrency. So we're talking one of the most powerful companies in the world is now adopting, it very heavily. And they've probably been adopting it for the last 10, 20 years, 10 years, you know what I mean? Because they're, they've been strategically putting their money in there. And then once they let it out, once they let the cat out of the bag, I don't know, I could be wrong, but this is when I saw the turn, at least this last couple of months, I saw the turn in perception on cryptocurrency, is when everybody found out that BlackRock was heavily recommending cryptocurrency. Did you see any of that at all? Did you see any of that correlation?
Yes. We heard it over here in Europe. I as you said, brother, I think they've been doing that since a long period of time.
Right.
But as always, when they tell the mass, I wouldn't say it's too late, because still the cryptocurrency space, DeFi and stuff, it's super early. I was just checking yesterday in the DeFi space, so the centralized finance, there is just 9 billion from Coinbase, from the Coinbase platform, only 9 billion have been sent to the DeFi, something like that. Like, it's a super small cap market, but the usefulness is going to be big. So still it's early, but I would say to everyone watching the podcast that they open their eyes quick, because there's a lot of work to do, lots of studies to do.
Yeah. So, well, it's nice to see you again. We were out in Italy, a couple of months ago, maybe 4 months ago, we were in Italy and got to speak at one of your events. How did that go? Was everybody pretty excited to see California Daniel Alonzo out there, man?
Absolutely. Like, there's this myth in Europe still a little bit, about in general, somebody overseas coming, and it's fabulous, because because for real, you Americans think different. That's the truth. There's nothing which is not better or worse. I would say just different. You think bigger. That's 100% sure. Like, things are bigger. You don't even have to go to Texas to see things bigger. You just go to Cali, everywhere. Things are bigger. And I can tell you, when I go to eat and I ask for desserts, they bring you like a piece of cake, which is like these. In Italy, you ask for a dessert and it's a dessert, like dessert. Anyways, yes, people were.
Well, that's why people are in better shape in Italy. That's for sure. So, and it's funny, because I just got back from Istanbul and I was doing 15, 20,000 steps every day. It's crazy. When you're in Europe, I notice, man, the Europeans, they just walk so much more. Do you notice that everybody walks, man? I mean, you go to the store, you walk, you go this
also
place, that place.
It's more beautiful, maybe the landscape.
Yeah. I think so. And also, like, I don't know, people are just more open to using metro systems, and there's more metro systems everywhere. There's more places to get on and off. And I don't know. I just feel like I felt so comfortable getting into the metro, and of course I used Ubers all the time. I mean, of course, because I don't have a car over there, but it was just really comfortable to always get an Uber, a driver, get onto the metro, shoot right over to the European side. And I mean, it was incredible. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and you want to watch another clip, click right here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.